The YouTube.
I don't know what happened. We didn't do anything.
They simply stopped. I think Zoom probably lost the connection of YouTube.
Yeah, but it's still saying that on Zoom that we're live. I
Yeah,
guess we just
live
ended
on you.
here. I guess we might have.
Oh, actually,
might be forced to do a trading show separate.
Tone, just restart the streaming and then just put both videos together on YouTube.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's a bigger pain in the ass, and it loses all of the numbers and all the views of the live viewers.
Also, we basically discussed all the topics together, so basically we're just left with price.
It was a silly ending, and all I was going to say, Rodolfo, is that you're the only one with fake Donald Trump with the blue check mark. So, I think maybe it was we're Gucci, and then do a trading show.
Yeah, I'll have to do a trading show later. Oh well.
And I was going to take a nice cheap shot at Ethereum because they're not working right now. They're being spammed by a Ponzi scheme that is sort of doing tumbling on their network.
We're live again.
Are we live?
Are we live again?
Yes, live again.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's a new link or a different one.
No, we're not live. It still shows us the feed.
It's live now.
No,
yeah, we're live, guys.
Oh, okay, we're back.
We're back live. Yeah, I don't know if it's the same.
All right, well, boom.
Yeah,
live.
we're back. We're back. Okay,
right.
So let's finish up on the story real quick with the Ethereum. Yeah, you were saying something about Ethereum is being spammed, Rodolfo. Let's finish that up.
So two things are pretty funny. One is Amir Taki was trying to use multi-sig on Ethereum, and he actually was not able to, and he lost money.
Oh, that's not going to end well for them. Amir Taki is going to hack the hell out of them now.
Pretty advanced guy, and he was all excited about working on Ethereum, and he actually scammed himself because of technology.
That's so
amazing.
Yeah, so karmic, very, very karmic. I mean, I love Amir, but he spent the last 3-4 months in giving shit to Bitcoin about ethics or political goals, which Bitcoin, of course, could do better, but is still doing very, very much. And at the same time, he's shitting Ethereum, which is like the number one socialist, statist, the normie project without any kind of political objective at all. So we try to tell him that Ethereum is technically shit, and he wanted to make the case in order to stimulate. I mean, I think his point is to stimulate to stimulate Bitcoin community with some kind of jealousy technique, shitting for Ethereum. But this is very karmic.
Leah, I just posted the link on the chat for the story, for the tweet about the Ethereum being spammed. Oh, there it is. So this is amazing. So Ethereum is being spammed by essentially Ponzi. It's a Ponzi contract, and then this Ponzi contract pays people and they're using it to also laundry and tumble the payments. This is just too good, and it's simply halted Ethereum again to stop, and it's making gas expensive, and it's gonna probably get worse. People don't understand. Ethereum, it is centralized blockchain garbage. It doesn't work.
Love it. Well, before Trump shuts us down again, let's move back to Bitcoin.
I want to make one quick comment on this. I really hope that between Elon Musk and now Donald Trump, that Twitter is really going to take these scams seriously. I send out a tweet, less than half a second after I send a tweet, I get fake Tone Base accounts given away Ethereum. Is it really that difficult for you to shut it down? Is it really that difficult for you to prevent people from replying to tweets for the first 3 seconds of a tweet's existence?
It's actually a very hard problem. It's a very hard problem.
Why? Why is that a hard problem?
It's because so the scale that they're in, right? They can't just sort of say, "Oh, this message block," right? They don't know. It's hard for them to know what is a scam and what is people just talking about the scam, for example. Even it is a very hard problem. The good thing though is it did get much better, but the best thing people do is just report and block the scam, and then once the scam gets blocked by X amount of people, it's sort of, it's gone. And then
no, it's not gone. They look at the name. They're not even trying to pretend. It's not even like real Donald Trump with like one letter difference. The name is Joy Joyce too. Like they're not.
So here's the thing. For just one letter is easy. That is an easy problem. So you look and you just see a percentage change from a user that already exists, and boom, block. When it's like completely different, I mean, Jim Joe exists. He could be a Twitter person.
So I agree with Rodolfo that this is not a trivial computer science problem. So if you do something which is quite permissionless, and which is something we like about Twitter, that everybody can have several accounts, they don't bother you with real name policies like Facebook. So when you do that, to protect people from spam is very, very difficult. That said, there are very trivial ways that Twitter could improve about its scams, especially. So one way would be like to have a policy that you have to wait some time after the creation of your profile to post. So a very trivial, low level anti-spam filters for new accounts. And also they could treat I reported a lot of profiles pretending to be me giving away the Ethereum. And what Twitter does is mailing me a request to upload the picture of my passport. So this is not a frictionless way in order to do that. They should, an artificial intelligence technique to check one fake profile against everything else is difficult. But an artificial intelligence technique to check my profile pic and name when I report the scammer, matching the seniority of the accounts. So if I'm here since 2006 and they just created the account and we have the same username and I was using the username and the picture before, so it's trivial. So to resolve completely is a very, very difficult thing, but to improve, there are basic things that Twitter can do right now to do that.
Yeah, and it's like a 4-step process to do it. They actually stopped verifying accounts back in like February. And moreover,
also, this is a little bit of topic, but a very, very trivial thing. When you verify your account with the check, you shouldn't be able to change your name without re-verifying, because there is people verifying the account, getting the check, and then changing the name. So you can become Elon Musk or Donald Trump with the check super easily. You just have to obtain the check and then you can change. This is not the case for Ethereum spammers, but it's still stupid.
You can't really change the username though; it's blocked.
Not the handle, yeah. But this is a similar name to DNS and website. The human readable part is important because people will be scammed by the human readable part, not by the unique computer science identifier.
All right, Tom, tell us how low Bitcoin is gonna go.
Just one last thing. I've heard Twitter has, an okay amount of money. So hopefully they actually can, even though it's a difficult tech problem, maybe solve it, because I've heard they're not going bankrupt anytime soon. So maybe that'll happen. Tone, what's up?
All right, let's take a look at the price. We started to bounce up a little bit. We are back to 71.20. I mean, I was looking for this current swing to end today or tomorrow. That's what I said on yesterday's video. I was expecting it to come down a little tad lower to give you that perfect trade. And guess what? It didn't come down lower to give you that perfect trade. So it's bouncing to the upside a little bit earlier than expected. The depth cross clearly did its job. It is very, very clear. It is very obvious. This is the weekly chart. The last time we had a depth cross of the 30-week moving average, crossing below the 50-week moving average, was all the way back in August of 2014. And here we are once again in August of 2014. We just did it 3 weeks earlier. That's all. So the environment is exactly the same. We are bouncing up a little bit, and I'm still expecting this big drop. Now, how big of a drop are we going to get? It's a little too early to say. It's possible that 5,000 will just be it. It's also possible we're going to go significantly lower. We are still on a green 4 on the weekly chart. This week will end green, and after that, we're probably going to start getting red numbers. And we're going to get a price flip and then probably go red 2 below a red 1 after that. And guess what? We'll probably set off another 9 count to the downside, the way we set off the 9 count to the downside back in May. So we are looking for potentially a repeat of that. That's our weekly chart. Here's our daily chart. Our daily chart is bouncing up off of an 8. So it's very unlikely we might get a 9. In order to get a 9, we need to be below 7,000. So in the next 36 hours, we need to drop below 7,000 in order to print that 9. I would love to see a 9 get printed, but again, I wanted this candle to be a down candle and a 9 at the low. When you get a 9 at the low, you can potentially take on a bullish trade in a bear market. When the price starts going up ahead of time, it doesn't give me the opportunity to take on a risk-averse, safe, bullish trade in a bear market, in which case I would wait for a bounce and then short the bounce. Because as long as the bear market is with us, we're going to keep going lower. Here's the 12-hour chart. The 12-hour chart never made it to the 9 that I was looking for. We had a red 8 in the last candle. Through most of the candle, it flipped. Now we have a green 2. So that's it. We flipped early, and now we got to wait for a better trading opportunity, because if you were short, your stop loss should have gotten hit, and now you wait. So for me, the 12-hour chart is technically on a bullish swing with a green 2 above a green 1. Would I take this trade? Probably not. How high can it go? It can go as high as the death cross on the 12-hour chart between the 30 and the 50. And that should be sometime in about 2 or 3 days. Here is the 4-hour chart. Again, the 4-hour chart broke below this red line. It went all the way to a red 5. I was expecting significantly lower prices. And for the short time, we bounced up. Your stop loss gets hit. Wait for new shorting opportunities. This line will extend into the future. And whenever this line gets broken, it's probably going to accelerate a big crash in the price of Bitcoin, similar to this candle right here from the 4th of August. And the 1-hour chart hit a 9 a couple of hours ago. It gave you a nice exit to your hourly chart. The hourly chart bottomed on a combo 13. You finally had a green 3 trade above a green 2 right before the pop in the prices. And you should be out of this trade. Technically, you're back above the highs. Can you have, another day or 2 of upside? Of course. But the overall environment is still bearish, and I wouldn't really be looking for any bullish trades. What is this? This is a 10-minute. No, I don't care. Stock market continues to go higher. Look at that. That is awesome. When are you and Tyler going to talk about that again?
I think we did one today.
So stock market is almost at an all-time high. Like I've been saying, I was never really nervous on any of this downtrend. It felt like a short-term pullback to me. And I'm expecting new all-time highs in the stock market to be imminent. We do have a combo and aggressive 13 today, something to pay attention to, but the price and volume are strong. I don't even see a volume profile, but I don't need to. At least a week, this entire week should be positive. The next couple of weeks should be positive. Let's see what happens when we're hitting a 9 on a weekly, somewhere at the $3,000 mark, because that's where I think we're going. Gold continues to crash, which makes sense. I've been talking about that for a while. And Amazon, did Amazon update today? I think I'm missing today. And Amazon is doing great. Love it. Amazon is at new highs, and I'm as expected. And I expected good things from Amazon. I'm very, very bullish Amazon. And Starbucks remains neutral, like we said last time. That's about it. That's it.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, your affiliate guys.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. And if you like this program and want to support, I'm going to redo the site soon. I added a bunch of Amazon links for the tech gear that I travel with. Well, maybe not the 32-inch monitor, but everything else is in my backpack as I travel.
Everybody, thank you so much. Rodolfo, Giacomo, always a pleasure. It's been having you guys on. Giacomo, have a good one.
Bye, guys.
Rodolfo.
Bye, guys. Bye, Rodolfo. Thank you for watching, guys.
Everybody, you can listen to this later on the Tone Days podcast. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.